So we are heading off on to day number 2 of setting. Day number 1, we set 5 problems out of 30. If we carry on that ratio, then we're not going to get it done. We need to be a lot quicker today. But we have Tom coming today. Whoa. So that is a bonus. The other thing we've got to do today is set the final folders. What's this car doing?
Somebody's made today.
Nice. Okay, Crackfest setting, day number 2. What have you got up your sleeve?
Well, at the moment, we're setting like the mid-grade problems. So this is all about creativity, body position, and funky starts. I think that's all I've done today, is done the funky starts.
I'm going to set this blue on now.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? I liked your description before of, I asked how should we set this?
Yeah.
And you said throw the volumes at the wall and hope for the best.
Like a Picasso art piece.
We worked flat out for the next 3 days, leaving the last problem to the very last hour.
It's 9 o'clock at night, the wall shuts at 10, the competition starts tomorrow morning at 9. No shops are open and we ain't got any screws to attach the holes to the wall. So this is the Meiringen Crack. This is what Adam Ondra pulled on in Meiringen. In 2019, Rock City kindly donated them for the competition. So this makes up the finger crack section of the boulder problem. And then up here, we have the hand crack section of the boulder problem. This is the special insert. So Ondra has touched this. I think everybody's gonna be really psyched at Crackfest that Ondra's blood, sweat and tears. No, they weren't blood, sweat and tears, he absolutely cruised it. Ondra's power has been ingrained in this surface. It's like had the world's best climbers on, and we've got it at Crackfest. Also, everybody's been asking so much about my tooth. Yes, I've chipped my tooth. It's not a piece of spinach in my mouth. We need to get the main crack on. Crack, bosh, finish. And then we'll establish the finger crack on the lower half.
Sort of how setting goes is you put it all on and you look at it and you take it all back off again. God, we don't have a millimetre to spare, do we really?
No. Is it good in the middle there?
The goal was make an accessible IFSC crack climbing experience. I don't think it's going to be that accessible.
Well, this is not good.
Do you want me to give it a wiggle?
Might have to take it off.
Oh.
It just ruined the crack. Tried to put a screw in. Okay, it's out. Nobody look. It's fine. I think that'll be spot on actually.
Hang on, Pete, it's got one screw in it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so here we are, an exact replica of the Meiringen Crack, and now I'm going to demo it like Ondra did in 2019. I think he did some of that, didn't he? I think it's about V5 now.
Good. Let's go.
So, it is the day of Crackfest. We were here until 11 o'clock last night and didn't get to bed until 12. No, it was gone 11. Didn't get to bed until 12 and then back here at 6:30. The little minions are working over there. We have minions today. Basically, we've been going around all the problems and we've been like, no, this definitely needs to be easier. No, this definitely needs to be easier. And no, this definitely needs to be easier, and panicking basically. Cherry is doing a few little tweaks, and then some people are tagging up, putting the start tags on, putting the problem numbers, putting some like Boyz logos on, that kind of stuff, and just getting it ready until everybody starts coming in an hour and a half. No, yes, an hour and a half. So we're just going to go around, I'll show you the problems, I'll show you the challenges, we'll have a quick look, but if you want a more in-depth look at Crackfest, you should check out the official video. So this is a little sit-down start. Basically, every problem should have a jam of some sort. That could be a body jam, head jam, hand jam, finger jam, just some kind of jam. So that had a jam up there, and it also had some kind of city jam. This one is more like your classic body bridge. So sort of like back and footing. There's some obvious jams. These are from Contact actually, so thanks to those guys for providing the holds. And this one's kind of obvious, look, big, wide crack. You stick your feet in it, or you can stick your knees in it. I mean, it's obvious, jams. This is actually one of the hardest problems. So it's more of a like comp style thing. So pulling on up to the sloper, match the sloper, toe hook, and then pop into a hand jam. I think if you were like popping to a good hold or a jug or something, it might be like a V6 or 7A, but popping to the jam probably makes it like a 7A plus or 7B. Wiggle your way through that mess. This is the Meiringen problem, which we were up until gone 11 trying to set it. So that's that one. Hopefully people will like that. Somebody does something and then I go around and change it. We are going to do a proper video of the challenges, so if you want to see that one, check out the challenge video. But this is the Wild Country challenge, so thanks to Wild Country. Cams, it's something to do with cams, obviously. We also have the crack schools. So the whole idea with Crackfest is that it's Crackfest. It's not just a competition, but there's lots of different things going on. So obviously we have the brands here, we have some boot demos with Unparallel. But we also have the crack schools as well. So we have one of our crack coaches, Harriet, who's coming. So she'll be running a bunch of crack schools. I'll be running a bunch of crack schools. And yeah, people know what crack school is. It's like our way of sharing crack climbing knowledge with the climbing community to practice all jamming techniques.
So what's your job for the day, mate? Is it to mingle?
My job is to make videos, mingle, run a few crack schools, and basically just go around and help people. Because I think with today, it's not about like holding back on beta or like, oh no, I can't tell you how to do that, or I shouldn't tell you how to do this problem. It's just like going around, sharing some crack knowledge and just like telling people how to do stuff so they have a good time.
Are we good?
We're good. How are you feeling, Nick?
Happy, tired, excited.
People are on the Meiringen Crack. The jam in it is much harder than the one in Meiringen, so we had to make the feet much better because we wanted this problem to be about V5. But when we put it on the wall last night, it was about V8 when we actually put it up with like quite poor feet. So we changed things around a bit, put some better feet on, and it is about a technical V5 now. We should go and ask some people over here if they feel the power of Ondra from climbing this problem. Could I borrow you?
Yeah, sure.
For like 2 minutes? Do you recognise it or not?
I do. I vaguely recognise the.
Vaguely recognise the inserts. Yeah. So the inserts that are inside the crack are the actual inserts that they used at the IFSC competition when Ondra placed the jam, turned around to the crowd, waved, and won in Meiringen.
Am I touching the very same wood?
You're touching the very same wood. So what I want to know is, can you feel the power of Ondra from touching the inserts?
Feeling the power of Ondra is like, it's like a state of existence, if you ask me. I mean, I feel the power of Ondra all the time in my dreams, but I have to say, touching the inserts, it's not necessarily helping me that much at the moment.
But do you feel like after going on this problem, you're ready for the rest of the problems because you've absorbed some of Ondra's blood, sweat and tears?
Yeah, absolutely, totally. Yeah, it's like drugs to your veins, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure if you're allowed to put that on film or not.
For the last 3 days we've been setting for Crackfest, and it's been a pretty long 3 days. So it was 6:30 until 7, 6:30 until 7, then 6:30 until 11. Past 11 o'clock we were in last night, because we were also doing like a little bit of filming as well and tweaking this Meiringen problem. And then we were back in at 6:30 this morning to do the final tweaks to Crackfest. And then the day kicked off with like a bit of a downer because Tom had to go to hospital last night. He's all right, so that's all good, but it's obviously a real shame because he's obviously like a massive part of the festival and stuff. But he had to go to hospital, and then yeah, I've just been here by myself in terms of team-wide Boyz all day, kind of doing the videos, helping people with techniques and walking around the centre, making sure everybody's, I don't know, just having a good time really. I realised right at the beginning of the day, like, damn it, we've forgotten something. We forgot to bring the taping up instructions. So everybody came in, they got a roll of tape, and probably about 150 to 200 people didn't know what to do with it, as in didn't know how to like tape their hands up. And obviously, like Crackfest is like an all-inclusive thing. So people who had never even crack climbed were here, and they're all just sat with a roll of tape. I'm thinking, oh goodness, like what are we going to do here? Because so then I end up doing like a massive 200 participant crack school taping, which was quite funny. I've never done a tutorial to that many people before. It seems like everybody's been having a really good day, and it's good to see that every single problem has been done. And now we have about 45 minutes or half an hour left before the finals. 8 people that come through, and then we're going to have a quarter-final, semi-final and final, and it's a speed head-to-head. So in the next half hour I've got to strip the wall, set the finals, and then I think I'll be doing some commentating for the finals as well. This is where we've already marked it up, and then you just put it back on in hopefully the same place in some kind of fashion. I wonder if anybody else is going to notice it. That's what I'm wondering. Now you can't stop seeing it. Yeah. Audience will know, I think. I think so, yeah. I'll ask Nick. If it's like really close, we'll just do it on audience because there's like 200 eyes. So, yeah. Should we just do that? Yeah. Everything is prepared. The raffle is happening, and then it's the finals. I've got to demo the finals against a guy called Greg. Don't know who that is. Who was that? Crowd? Who was that? Who was it? Okay, shout for this side. Shout for that side. Okay. And in first place we have Ryan. Yeah. Nicely done. Nicely done. Congrats. Well done. Well done. It couldn't have happened without everybody, so cheers, thanks very much. And we look forward to seeing you next year. Huh? pretty full on 4 days, I think. The 3 days of setting and then the 1 day event. I'm just really pleased it went well. Everybody had a good time. People got to the top of problems. Nobody got injured. Well, not that I know of. Maybe there was loads of people walked out with like bruised, bloody hands. I don't know. Everybody walked out with a smile on their face, I think. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So we've actually got 2 of the videos from this day. We've got the special challenge video and we have the main official Crackfest video. So you should definitely go and check those out because you'll get a real, this was kind of behind the scenes, but you'll get a real flavour for what the day was about and the whole vibe. Yeah, so go and check them out. They're there.